Hey guys, it's Markcoos here, and as you can see, we're back in MyClub, and as you can see here, we're buying a new manager. We're buying Zubiadu, who's a Granada manager, I think. Anyway, I don't know if he's actually the default manager or whatever it is, but we ended up buying a new manager because he is a counter-attacking manager who has a lot more in reality in, what am I talking about here? He has a lot more in sync with the rest of my team, basically is what I'm trying to say. So, he doesn't improve the team spirit that much, but he does sort of make it a little bit more fun for me to actually play the game. And we don't have any defense midfielders either, so it makes it 2 centre midfielders, attack midfielder, right midfield, left midfield, and a striker. So sort of nice in there, having another little manager, and basically he actually really helps me in this particular episode. I'm just going to tell you that now. But anyway, in the first match we get, there's 2 matches in this episode, but in the first match we get paired up against a guy called Mavado. He has Neymar, Bale, Di Maria, Benatia at the back, but everyone else isn't anything too special. He's got Lavezzi there as well as Lodegin in goal. He's got Ganso on the bench, but he's got nothing really. Well, the 2 standout-ish players are Gareth Bale and Neymar. Fortunately for me, being at home, I decided to play the Estadio Bella Rio, and I played with rain, I think, or I played with overcast. It wasn't during the day like everyone goddamn else does. So I decided to play with something a little bit different because basically it makes the game a little bit more, it basically makes it look different whenever I actually play the games, which is good. But anyway, this guy, all I'm going to say, he really needs to improve playing the game, because in the first minutes of the match I get through on goal, get a strike away, doesn't really come to anything. Ayatollah nearly gets to it, but unfortunately for me doesn't come to anything. But in the 12th minute match, Montero down his right hand side, well, on the left hand side, sorry, gives it to Fleur gives it into D'Alessandro gives it into Javi Hernandez throw on goal, pops in the back of the net to make it 1-0 to me. Now, he scores, I think here, no he doesn't, he does score here with Gareth Bale, but not with Gareth Bale, with someone else, with Neymar, because I basically made a mistake when I was running back to defend with whoever my left back is. I think it's Legoff actually playing at left back, because it sort of just went to hell basically from the start, and I was like, okay, what the hell is going on? But eventually from kickoff I score a really nice goal with D'Alessandro after some really nice build-up play, and we make it 2-1 to us. And you're sort of already expecting where this match is going to go, because I scored a lot of goals in this match to make it 3-1 to me. D'Alessandro scores again, and then in the 28th minute of the match here, again down this left hand side, it seems like the sort of thing that we do a lot more. Pass it again, try to get into Javi Hernandez, don't really do anything, and fortunately for me, Hernandez actually does get the opportunity to score his second goal of the game. So D'Alessandro scored 2, and Hernandez has scored 2. And then in the 32nd minute of the match here, Hernandez on the ball, plays it into D'Alessandro takes 1 touch, and then he just finesses it into the bottom corner to score his hat-trick. And in the 45th minute of the match here, D'Alessandro on the ball again, plays it into Montero this time. Montero just sort of waits, plays it into Hernandez back to D'Alessandro back to Hernandez. Hernandez takes 1 touch and he pops in the back of the net to score his hat-trick. No, he does not. He actually misses it completely. Comes to Ayatollah, and Ayatollah pops in the back of the net to score his first goal. And then basically it's like ridiculous. So at halftime it was 6-1 to me. I have not said the score so far. I'm just talking about the goals. And 6-1 to me at halftime. This guy, for every reason, just was not good at the game. It was very interesting because he just really wasn't. I actually conceded from a corner kick, which was a bit of a surprise to me, to be honest. And in the 54th minute of the match here, Toni Kroos on the ball, plays it in it to D'Alessandro this time. D'Alessandro again for on goal, plus finesse into the top corner. The goalkeepers in this game are absolutely horrendous online. And in the 57th minute of the match here, Hernandez again gets for on goal, gets a strike away. This time he scores to make it his hat-trick. And in the 61st minute of the match here, I was actually waiting to pause the game to take off some good players, because there's no need to play my best team anymore. Hernandez gets for on goal, plays it into Montero after a really nice little pass back. He actually should have probably saved it. Unfortunately for him, actually, it comes out, and I pop in the back of the net again to score. And in the last minute, well, not the last minute of the match, I think it's 68th minute of the match or something, I get a penalty kick, and he decides to quit the game. I mean, to be fair, it was 9-2, so it's, yeah, so he quits the game, like straight up quits it. The game gives me a 3-0 win. I didn't really care. I wanted my 9-2 one, but, you know, I can't really complain there. But as you see there, having having a manager who plays counter-attacking football really helps, because of the fact that I do not like actually playing possession game football online. It doesn't really work for me. Playing counter-attacking football does sort of work for me, because I don't have pacey. I do have some really good pacey players actually, but I can play the possession game while also playing counter-attacking, and it just works perfectly. But anyway, like I said at the start of this episode, we have 2 matches for you. This is the second and final match. Now this match was a really good match. I really enjoyed playing it, but again, can people stop playing in the goddamn day? It's just so boring to play in. it just makes it visually boring as well to actually play every single match you play in a day. Me, when I'm at home, I play with random stadium, random weather, random everything. But anyway, off tangent again. We ended up playing against a dude who had Andy Carroll up front, was basically his standout player, to be honest. He didn't really have too many other players yet. I think he had Manuel Neuer in goal, which of course it would be a standout player when they fix the goalkeepers, but at the moment the goalies are still absolutely horrendous off the line. So playing against Hem United, because his name was Hem, or He-Me, or whatever it is. And basically this guy, he was really interesting. He was playing at Old Trafford, as you'd expect as a Manchester United fan, and basically again, during the day, fantastic weather makes the game so boring, but hey ho. And in the first 2 minutes of the match, he gets down this left hand side, again, pretty decent defending actually from Botia. Botia sort of understood like how to defend with him properly, because he's not too slow, he's actually relatively quite quick, but he's not like basically a perimeter sacker is what I'm trying to say. He's actually pretty decent, but Edson Silva own goals it. My goddamn hater of Edson Silva, because he's absolutely horrendous. Own goals it, and basically gives him a 1-0 lead in the first minutes. I get a strike away here, Hernandez gets a strike away, keeper actually makes a pretty decent double save. And like I was sort of like, not dominating the match, but he wasn't really doing much. Like the own goal was sort of like just ridiculous. Again, Edson Silva comes out here, lets Andy Carroll basically just push him off the ball, and basically nearly gets another goal. And it was all sort of going to hell here. Eventually in the 11th minute of the match here, I should have probably scored with Alessandro. I don't know why I took a first touch back. I think I just sort of panicked ever so slightly, which doesn't really usually happen for me, but for whatever reason I panicked. He actually has Nkula at the back, I didn't even notice that. He's got Quaresma as well. But anyway, he plays a through ball through to Nabab, sorry, and he takes one touch, just pings it past Gianluigi Buffon like he's not there. And it was 2-0 going to half time, and I was like, oh god, am I going to get beat again? And I was like, not today. Literally not today. So in the 30th minute match here, taking an indirect free kick, give it into Hernandez. Hernandez scores to make it 2-1 to us, and going literally into the half-time result, D'Alessandro on the ball, runs past 2 or 3 players, gets absolutely taken out, and then Hernandez picks it up and he pops it in again, same position, to make it 2-2 just before half-time, to basically bring us back into the match. Now, I was really happy about that because of the fact that you need to sort of get back in the matches really quickly, but as you see there, we were sort of dominating everything. Like everything. So in the 72nd minute of the match here, get a corner kick with Toni Kroos. Doesn't come to anything, but Le Goff picks it up, plays it back into Toni Kroos down the left hand side. He runs past Mauricio like he's not even there, gets a strike away, and can someone explain to me what goes on here? Does it take a deflection off Evra, or does it just, for whatever reason, go straight through Manuel Neuer? Can someone just understand why the ball takes it doesn't take a deflection off anyone? I've looked at this about 400 times. It doesn't take a deflection anywhere. It hits off no one and it just goes in, and Neuer just jumps past it. Weirdest goal ever? Probably. But anyway, continuing into the match, the 78th minute of the match here, he like sort of unfortunately actually gets like, it's weird, he just doesn't pick up the ball for whatever reason, really runs past about 2 or 3 players. He comes back with a slide tackle with Dyke, the right back, and the referee gives a penalty and a yellow card. And I was really surprised with that because it was a really good tackle, but I take the penalty to Toni Kroos, pop in the back of the net to make it 4-2 to us, so Toni Kroos scores his 2nd goal of the game. And then in the last minutes of the match, basically trying to just defend my lead of 4-2, and I actually did a pretty decent job of defending. So we win our 2nd game in Division 10, and we basically win 4-2. Pretty decent as well, sort of dominated the match, sort of deserved to win as well. Getting those stats up, basically making it a little bit more interesting for you viewers as well. And with that, we've got 6 points in Division 10, another 2 points getting to Division 9. So we've played 10 matches as well. Didn't really care for that either, but yeah. That's it. We've got Zubiada, he's got his extension already agreed and everything, so having a new manager maybe has sort of changed the game ever so slightly, make it maybe a little bit more enjoyable, but hey ho. So if you have enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel for more, and catch you later.